Hi guys, welcome to a new video. It's Dawn from Dawn's Language Tutoring, and in this video today I want to show you 15 fun and engaging ways to use flashcards with children. Okay, so number one is to use a silly voice and have the kid repeat it after you. For example, if we have this card, we could do like a squeaky voice, like a mole, and you'd be like, mole! Or a lion, and you'd be like, lion. Or a giraffe, and you'd be like, giraffe. So you whisper it, you can shout it, you can do it scary, you can do it high pitch, you can do it low pitch. Just vary it a little bit, make some silly noises, silly voices, and have the kid repeat it after you. Number two, this or that. So you give the child two options. One is wrong, one is right, and the child has to give you the correct answer. For example, we have the green flashcard. These cards are bilingual, by the way, so you have the English name at the top and the German one below. That's why there are two here, but I'm going to do this video in English. So for example, you have this green card. You could be like, is this purple or is this green? And the child would have to tell you it's green. Then you can do that with this one. Is this yellow or is it black? Again, the child would have to answer yellow. So you give them an opinion, two options, one wrong, one right. If you're doing it, for example, with animals, you could give them something similar or something completely different. Like to make it easy, you would give them, like let's take the giraffe, for example. You could ask them, is this a giraffe or is this a unicorn? Easy. To make it difficult, you could ask them, is this a hedgehog, like it's an animal that actually exists, or is this a giraffe? And then they would have to give you the correct answer. Number three, play snap. So if you're doing this bilingually, you could decide on the order of the language, like the first card German, the second card English, third card German, fourth card English, so you switch between English and German. If you're doing it in one language, you would just do the one language. Then you would mix all the cards, face them down so that the picture is on the table, and then you turn them over. The first person to say the name and snap the card gets the card. The people with the most cards, like at the end when all cards are gone, you count your cards. The person with the most cards win. Number four, guess it. So you take a topic, like let's say animals again. You put all the cards in a hat or a box or something similar, and you have the child pull out one card. The child looks at the card. You do not see the card. You ask the child questions to the card. So let's see, if you have, for example, the raccoon, you'd ask them, you have to ask yes and no questions. Does the animal have a tail? Yes. Does it have big fluffy ears? Does it have fur? Is it black? Is it brown? Does it have different colors? Can it fly? Can it swim? Etc. The child says yes and no until you as a parent guess the card correctly, or as an educator. You could also do it the other way around, where you pull out a card and the child asks you questions until the child can guess the card. Number five, riddles. So you put down some cards, about 4 to 6 of them, all one topic, like for example animals again, and then let's say you would choose one card. So let's say you choose the elephant and you give them some hints. It is gray. It would be obviously best if you choose some cards that are a little bit similar, like some brown animals, animals that have a tail, so they could slowly see which card it is, but not immediately. It has a tail. It is big. It has a trunk. It is gray. It has huge ears. And then the child will guess, seeing all the other animals on the table, oh, it's the elephant. And then you go like, yes! Number 6, what is it? So this is a rather similar game. So you take a card, you point at it, and you're like, what is this? The child would say, this is a triangle. Or if you say, like in German, you do it bilingually, you could switch the cards like triangle, Kreis. Or you just do one language, so you just triangle, Kreis, and then you go through them and have the child tell you what it is, what picture is on the card. Okay, number 8, scavenger hunt. So you mix up the cards. You could also mix topics like colors, shapes, toys, animals, and you put them in a hat, box, something. The child chooses a card, and for example, they take a circle. Then you have the child look for something in the house that is round. If you take ball, for example, the child has to find a ball. It could be a tennis ball, it could be a gymnastic ball, it could be any kind of ball you have in the house. Teddy bear. Obviously, the child goes for one of their teddy bears. If you take the color green, for example, you'd have the child look for something that is green in the house. Anything. It could be a bowl, it could be a piece of clothes, it could be shoes, a scarf, anything that's green. And you could do that for a lot of different topics: shapes, colors, animals, anything. Just be creative. And number 9, hit it or jump on it. So it depends on where you're playing. If you're playing on the floor or on the table, on the floor you jump on the card, on the table you hit the card, like snap on it. If you're playing with multiple players, the first person obviously wins, gets the card. Who gets the most cards at the end win the game. If it's just you and your child, you lay down different cards, all facing up. So like if you use those cards again, this side will be facing up, and you put them a little spaced away, like not next to each other, but you'll leave like a little space between them. And then you'd say one name, and then the child has to look for that card, snap on it, or if you're playing on the ground, let the child jump on the card to make it a little more fun, a little bit of exercise mixed in the learning process. Number 11, Simon Says. So in different spots on the wall, high enough so that the child can stand under them, you would put up different cards. And then like you just tape them to the wall or something. Nothing permanent, just scotch tape them, double-sided tape or something. And then you let the child look around to know which card is where. And then whoever is Simon says green. All the players go and stand under the green card. Simon says fox. So everybody goes and stands under the card that shows the fox. And you can take turns on who is being Simon to make it more fun, so the child doesn't just have to run to the cards, but they can also name the stuff. Again, if you're bilingual, you could say the first card in English, the second card in German, or today you do English, tomorrow you do German. Or you just mix them randomly. Or you can have one corner with English cards, the other corner with German cards, and you say Simon says, and you say the name in German, and then have to run to the German corner. And then you don't just do English, German, English, German, but you do German, German, English, German, English, English, German. Like, so the child can't predict which language is coming next. Number 12, memory. This is personally one of my favorites. And if you buy any of the sets in my store, they always come double. And if it's a printable set, you just print them twice. So for this, you're going to need 2 sets of cards, the same set. And then you lay them with the back facing up, so the picture faces down on the table. First of all, you mix the cards, and then you place them randomly on the table. Then you take turns. Everybody turns over 2 cards. And then to help with the language learning, of course, you would have to name the card when you turn it. So if you have like shapes, you'd be like triangle and then circle. If you're doing this bilingually, you could do the first card English, second card German, or you switch when you're taking turns, or the parent says one language, the child says another language. When you get 2 similar cards, you take them, and the person with the most sets at the end of the game wins. You could, if you want to make it more difficult, you could be, if the child doesn't name the card in the correct language, that they don't get to keep them, but this could be a bit discouraging, so just let the child keep it, make it fun and engaging for the child. So yeah. Number 13, wrestling. So you're gonna take a card and you're gonna tape it, pin it, stick it, put it on the back of the person, and then you're gonna have to wrestle with each other to find out what card is on the other person's back. So if I'm playing this with another child, like two children are playing, each of them gets a card stuck on their back, and then they have to wrestle with each other to find out what is stuck on the other person's back. The person to find out the card on the other person's back first wins. With this game, it is very important to set some clear rules at the beginning of the game, and safety is the most important thing. So you could be like, no biting, no tripping them over, no, set rules to make sure they know there are limits. And safety is first. It's not all about winning, it's about having fun. Number 14, what's missing? So you could take cards of one set, or you can mix the sets, and then you turn the cards facing the child so they see the pictures, and then you lay all of them in front of the card, in front of the child. You could discuss the cards if they're new, like this is a teddy bear, this is a teddy bear, this is a ball, this is a circle, this is green. And then you have the child close their eyes. While the child's eyes is closed, you remove one of the cards, and the child has to tell you which card is missing. So this also helps a little bit with memory. The child has to focus, and it's fun. So enjoy this one too. Number 15, flashcard story. So you take different sets like animals, toys, colors, shapes, weather, and each topic has its own stack. So you mix the stacks separately, and then you turn them around so you don't see the cards. Then you take one card from each stack, and then you tell a story with it. I'm gonna do this now, so I'm gonna take an animal, take a shape, color, weather, and toy. So I have playing cards, green, circle, snow, and a raccoon. And now I have to make up a story using these cards. You can lay the cards in front of the child so that they can see the cards, so they wouldn't have to remember the vocabulary. And then you could go like, one snowy winter day, a raccoon was feeling really, really cold. He went outside to look for something to eat, and he found a green circled something lying on the floor. He was confused. What could this be? And so on. So you integrate all of the cards into the story. Let them use their fantasy. It doesn't have to be realistic. It just has to be fun in a way that they use the vocabulary. I mean, it has to make sense in some way, but let them use their fantasy and let it be exciting, a good story. It doesn't have to be like, if they say a green raccoon, let it be. That's okay. The green raccoon did something on a snowy day. That's okay. Anyways, I hope you like these tips and these ways to use flashcards. Leave me a comment below, let me know which one you like the most. You can also comment with different ways you use flashcards. You could also comment, are you a bilingual family, are you a monolingual family? If you're interested in buying any of the sets of the cards, which are bilingual in German and English, I will leave a link below for my shop, so you can browse through it. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, check out some more videos, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye!